Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another gameplay commentary. This time it is on Counter-Strike Source. Anyways, so Counter-Strike Source. It's a very old game. It came out around 2004, but that's not the beginning of Counter-Strike. No. Counter-Strike originally was a mod for Half-Life. The original Half-Life that came out in 1996. Then, when Half-Life 2 was coming out, Valve announced that they would be remastering some of their old games with a new Source engine. The Source engine was first seen in Half-Life 2, so it was a big deal. Counter-Strike Source, thus the name, is the HD Source version of Counter-Strike. So, this game's pretty old, doesn't get much updates or support anymore, a couple bug fixes, not much. But anyways, the new one, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, is coming out next year in Valve time, so it may not be released at all. But anyways, some details on Global Offensive were released 2 weekends ago, I think, and for some reason, because of this new information about the game, they put the former entries in the series on sale. So I picked up Counter-Strike Source, thought it'd be something cool to try, could make some gameplay videos about it. It's a pretty difficult game, I think I'm getting better at it, but don't expect any 360 no-scope headshots, which don't really happen in this game anyways. But anyways, that made no sense. This game, I don't feel good about posting actual gameplay. No, this is not actual gameplay of the game. The actual gameplay involves two teams, counter-terrorists and terrorists. The counter-terrorists trying to plant a bomb, the counter-terrorists trying to prevent them to, and if they do plant the bomb, then they have to defuse it before time runs out. So, anyways, this is gun game. This is not an actual gameplay footage. This is just gun game. It's a kind of a spin-off game type. Basically, you start with the lowest level gun and then work your way up to the top and then back down again. The way you level up your gun is by getting headshots or getting a couple kills with that gun. So, say I get a headshot, which you'll probably see me do here in a minute, I will get up to the next gun. So, it's pretty easy. It's not too difficult, but this game factors in very realistic, like, measures to their guns. Like, the guns have spreads, the guns have recoil. I'll talk a little bit more about those later. So anyways, gun game really isn't actually the actual game. I don't want you to think that, because there are lots of YouTubers that mainly just post gun game, nothing else. And so when people like YouTube, oh, what's Counter-Strike Source? They get lots of gameplays of gun game and they think, oh, it's Counter-Strike Source is just a multiplayer shooter where you just run around and level up your gun to the next one. I mean, this is what they think that Counter-Strike Source is, whereas it's a very complex, difficult shooter. It's played competitively in tons of situations, as in teams that play for money, outside the US, in the US, all over the world. There are competitions for Counter-Strike Source. It's like crazy how competitive this game is. But either way, expect more Counter-Strike Source from me in the future. I bought this game for a reason. It was not just to have it. It was to post gameplays of it. I will be posting actual gameplays of the actual game modes that are played in Counter-Strike Source later, once I get a little bit better. But until then, you'll see me get a little bit better. You'll see all my progression until I'm a good player. I don't think I'll ever be an MLG Pro competitive player. It's not my type of playstyle. But anyways, I'm still going to post Team Fortress 2. I'm probably going to have a ratio of maybe 1 Counter-Strike video to every 2 or 3 Team Fortress videos. Team Fortress 2 is my main game. I've played it more than anything in this last, like, 6 months or so, so it's very important that I keep up with that. So don't expect me to go all MLG Pro in this. But anyways, as you can see, I absolutely hate this sniper rifle. It's very underpowered, and I can't seem to get a headshot with it. I want to get rid of it. So I finally get one here, and level up to my favorite gun in the game. It's called the M4A1. It's for the counter-terrorists. The reason I like it so much is it does not have very much recoil or spread, which means it's very accurate, but it still does a decent amount of damage. And there it goes. I already got rid of it. Well, that's a testimony to how good it is. But anyways, oh well. I may get the original Counter-Strike sometime. It's very dated, like the graphics are obviously dated, but many people still play it, even though it's almost, let's see, almost 15 years old now. Which is pretty crazy that it has such a good community even after 15 years of being played competitively and non-competitively. Okay, But I'll explain a little bit more about the actual game. In the game, there are two teams, terrorists and counter-terrorists. I already went into that, but each has their own supply of guns. Like, maybe the counter-terrorists get some guns, and the terrorists get the others, and then they share some. And as you win different rounds, you get money from getting kills, and if you win, you get money. So, with that money, you get to buy guns or loadouts for yourself in the next round. If you die, you lose it. So if you get lots of kills and your team wins, then you'll get lots of money and you can get on the higher tier guns. If you lose and you don't get that many kills, then you're gonna have low tier guns and you're gonna have to try to work your way up. So I don't know very much about the community for this. I mean, if anyone else knows some tips or anything, I'm open to criticism. I'm open to criticism, constructive criticism. So anyways, this gameplay is just wrapping up. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, like, and subscribe, and please enjoy the rest of the video.